live on Animal House Radio via American Forces Network. And tonight we have an incredible guest. She is a veteran actress, a Jersey girl who made good in Hollywood.
More
She
importantly,
hail, yeah, exactly. She hails from the birthplace of baseball, Frank Sinatra, and soon to be, we're going to add Jennifer Taylor to that. We're going to have all three. Please welcome for the first time on Animal House Radio the very lovely and talented Jennifer Taylor. Jennifer, thank you.
woo!
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're quite welcome. And it's a pleasure and an honor to finally be speaking with you. I'm very excited to talk about your new miniseries coming out. It looks amazing. We have the trailer that we're going to show later, and I'm very excited about it. But before we get into all that, I want to introduce my co host here. He's a veteran of the United States Army. He's a veteran comedian, and he's also my very good friend. Please welcome my wingman for today, Mr. Dave Hodge.
How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Great.
All right, so Jen, listen. Before we get into Saved by Grace, since this is your first time, you're an Animal House Radio virgin. Okay, this is your first time. How did it start for you? How did what was acting on your radar from an early age, or was it something that happened by chance?
Um, I mean, being that none of my family is in the business at all, yeah, I guess it happened by chance. My dad was a grocery store manager. We don't become actresses. Um,
There.
but yeah, I just I saw Annie on Broadway and I was like, oh, I want to do that. And then I don't know, we didn't do anything about it and we moved to Florida and then I started modeling as a teenager and got a commercial and I was talking. I was like, oh, I like this. I want to talk. And then I booked a movie and I decided I should probably learn how to act. So yeah, it was I did everything kind of backwards.
So
Oh,
the
hey,
Jersey
better.
way, you took it the hard way. You decided, let's get away
Yes.
from the Mecca in New York City. Let's go to Tallahassee.
Oh my God, that's
Pretty
too
much.
funny. So who was like one of your influences growing up that you were like, wow, that you maybe saw on the movies or TV or something?
I don't know. I mean, I grew up, I loved watching sitcoms. Like I watched Gilligan's Island and, you know, I Love Lucy and In Living Color and Martin and like every sitcom I liked watching.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
Wow.
I
That
mean,
so
me too. I have different strokes on my wall. I mean,
yes, different strokes and family ties and the facts of life, like all of those.
yes,
Oh wow, that's
the
amazing.
good stuff.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Jennifer. During the pandemic, I refused to watch the news, so I was watching anything that would make me laugh. So I was watching, or I was pulling out all those sitcoms.
Absolutely.
So November 6th, you got a brand new miniseries. I think it's 5 episodes.
Yes.
5 episode miniseries entitled Saved by Grace, which is going to stream exclusively on PureFlix. And we have the star of the series here with us today, Miss Jennifer Taylor, who you may remember as Chelsea Malini on Two and a Half Men. Very memorable role.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
so I have the trailer, which we're going to play in a bit, but give us some back. So basically, Saved by Grace is like a Highway to Heaven, Touched by an Angel type of movie.
Yeah, kind of. So each of the episodes they're based on just like kind of one story. So the guests on there, they kind of have a problem or something they need to get over or move through. And each of them kind of like say a little prayer, like asking God for help. And then he sends us. And so we kind of interact with them. Some of them, we tell them that we're angels, and others, they don't know. Like in one of the episodes, I'm a homeless person. Another episode, I'm a janitor, a teacher. So we kind of interact in their lives to help them out.
Oh, that's amazing, Dave.
I like that.
I'm gonna yield the floor to you for a few minutes.
Oh, you don't do that to me. So,
Um,
how early on was it that you actually got out to when you went to see Annie and got and caught the acting bug?
I don't know how. I was probably like 8 when I went to go see it, but then like I was also a shy kid, so in elementary school, because I was shy, the music teacher, Mr. Lutzi, thought that I might try out for the plays. So I tried out for a play. I did a couple of plays in elementary school, but then when I was in middle school and high school, I did sports. I wasn't really into acting until I then started, going right to going on auditions.
Well, it makes sense. What sports?
I did track and cross country.
Okay.
Okay. She's a runner.
Yeah.
So,
Well, Paul
Jennifer,
Boken will do that to
I
you.
have to. Yeah, I have to really, I got a feeling I'm gonna have like a honeymooners moment because I don't know why. I keep thinking that I'm gonna call you Chelsea, and I'm trying not to. It's like when Ed Norton told him instead of polo ponies, he said Peloponnese. So I'm trying not to make that mistake.
That's okay.
But
I'll probably still answer.
no,
Or
but
Private
I
Dusk.
don't want. So you when you landed the role of Chelsea, um, you were almost like gonna walk away from the business or something like that. You were gonna like say, "That's it for me. I'm done," and then all of a sudden that came.
Yeah, I remember we were thinking of moving back to Florida just because it's not easy out here. And we were going to sell our house. So the house was on the market and I was pregnant and the house wasn't selling. And there's no reason why it shouldn't have sold. And I remember sitting at the dining room table and I told my husband, I said, I think, God has a reason why. And he looked me straight in the eye and goes, and I think you're crazy. And then I signed up for school, and then a week later, I got the part on Two and a Half Men. So, okay, I guess we're staying.
So not
Now,
mutually exclusive. God has a plan, and we're all a little crazy.
Yeah, no, God didn't tell me I was crazy. My husband thought I was crazy.
Right.
leave him
That's what
alone.
I'm saying.
He fixed our computer. Leave him alone. He's
I know.
aces in my book. So were you nervous about that? Because you also did a stint on The Young and the Restless, and how different is like having to learn a different script every day as opposed to a sitcom?
Well, I mean, sitcom definitely, there's much less hours. You have more time just to do a little bit of dialogue. Young and the Restless, you are just pumping them out. But
18-hour days.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a grind, but it makes you work fast. But when I was still in Miami, the first like real like acting job I did, it was a telenovela. It was the first American telenovela called Miami Sands, and I did 110 episodes, and
All right.
we did like 40 pages a day. So it was really, really good training to just be able to just work fast. So yeah, you definitely have more time on the sitcom, but it's just different muscles.
So
you just
it
have
kind of
different-
sharpened you to do a sitcom. Were you a little nervous about doing a sitcom?
Yeah. Because like look who I was working with, that like they're the best. I kept waiting for them to figure out that I shouldn't be there.
Oh, I wanted to because I watched the reruns. I mean, it just breaks me up. How hard was it not to break up during the scene?
On some scenes, really, really hard not to laugh because it's just funny and the writing is super funny.
Yeah, it was really brilliant. It was one of those shows that it broke through. Not every show could say that, but that was one of them.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Now, you said you went to school for acting. Where did you go to school?
Oh, I didn't go to school for acting. I
Okay. I
no,
misunderstood.
no, I was just finishing my bachelor's because what does every actress need but a degree in social science?
Of course.
yeah, it makes
So
sense, right?
yeah, no, I just wanted to. I started going to school before we moved out here, and then I stopped, and I only had like 10 credits left to get my bachelor's, and then I had kids. I'm like, well, I should have my degree. So I don't really I don't really get to use it a lot in my chosen profession, but that's okay.
That's always good to have. It's a fallback.
Yeah, and I have taken acting classes, but I did not get a degree in theater
Yeah,
arts or anything.
Okay, gotcha.
understandable.
So now with the role of Saved by Grace, um, when it when they came to you with that script, what was the draw to it, and specifically Saved by Grace as opposed to any other project that you've done? What is when you get a script or somebody offers you something, does it have to have something certain for you to be involved with it, or what are the key things for you to say, hey, this is something that I want to do?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of different funnels that it goes through. So obviously, do you even like the script? Like, if I read it and I don't like it, I mean, it still has to go through another funnel of I have to take care of my family, and do we need the money? So there's that, but then it's how is it going to affect my family? Is me being away, if it shoots out of town, how does that work? Because my husband works, and then we still have two kids to get around everywhere. So, but then also, like, it depends. Everyone is different. I pray about each project, like, what is this one for me? Should I do this? And as I'm getting older and I think about now, like, what my kids are going to see, and the stuff that's on TV, I'm leaning more towards, I want to do things that give people hope. And so doing Saved by Grace, getting to, like, share my faith with people, I was like, wait, I get an acting job, I get paid, and I get to share my faith. Like, yes.
That's a win all around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's amazing.
a triple
I like
threat on that.
they. That's so. What can the now? What I the only thing I don't like is that, like, we're gonna love this show and then that's it. You know, it's gonna leave us wanting more.
Well, I hope it does leave everybody wanting more, but I also hope that that's not going to be it. I hope that there's going to be season 2 through 10,
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
at least.
Yes, but I guess the 5 episode is like it's like an appetizer.
Yeah,
It's like if you want the entree, you got to come back next season.
exactly. Well, I hope, because I think they're releasing on the 6th the first 2 episodes, and then the following Sunday the other 3 episodes. So I hope everybody is like, I have to see the last 3 episodes, and then they'll know, hey,
Absolutely,
let's do
absolutely.
another season.
You know, it's funny because growing up in North Jersey, I'm a diehard Catholic. I was born one. I'm gonna go out one. Whatever anybody wants to say, that's fine. But I've really taken a liking in the past year or two to PureFlix. They have some really great stuff on it. We even had, I think you were in. I can't. The name escapes me. You did a movie with David A.R. White. We had him on the show, and there's some really great stuff on there.
Yeah, there are. I did God's Not Dead, A Light in Darkness with David. And then there was a sitcom that we did. I forget. I did like 1 episode on that with David also.
That's
So
amazing.
yeah, PureFlix is great. They have a ton of content, and most of it is just very uplifting, and you don't have to worry if your kids are scrolling on it.
There you go.
Yeah. Dave, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I already forgot what I was thinking. I had
So,
a fleeting thought. Oh,
Jennifer,
that's what I was going to say. I
okay.
apologize. So you were saying 5 episodes. That's kind of like indicative of what's going on in TV now, and with streaming and everything. Everything seems to be between like 5 and 10 episodes for the season. Is that like a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. I just think everybody has changed the way they watch TV now. Everybody likes to have it immediately. Like,
Yeah.
once the season drops, they want to watch the whole thing and binge it.
Yes.
So I think if you're going to have that platform, you have to do less episodes, because what sitcoms used to be 22 episodes, for the season.
Yeah.
You can't do 22 episodes and then drop it all at once. Like, there'll be too
Right.
much lag time. So I think that's why it makes sense to have less episodes.
Well, I
So
think
also
what they're
makes sense
doing.
with the 2 and then the other 3 as well. So that
Well,
we are
yeah, because
still
I
wanting
think,
more.
yeah, and see, how many people come back. I think that's gonna give you an indication of if they like it or not. If they watch one episode and don't even watch the second one, and then they don't come back for the 3, 4, and 5, then maybe they're not liking it. But that's not gonna happen.
No,
No,
not
well,
with this one.
absolutely. But I have noticed they've done that. Like, there was, I think, one show where they put 10 episodes out, and then in a couple months they put another 10 out. But I think it's also they want to make sure the studio doesn't want to overextend itself. It's always, listen. As much as I hate to admit it, it's always a money thing. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? They don't want to,
absolutely.
put all their eggs in one basket and then nobody watches the show. But that's not going to happen here.
No, I really don't think it is. And I am extraordinarily biased, but I don't think that's going to happen.
You should be biased. So, where was that filmed? Saved by Graces.
It was in Bentonville, Arkansas.
Wow, that's an unusual place. Okay.
It's really, really nice. It just has this like small town feel, but it has everything you need. It's modern. Yeah, I really enjoyed being
Is it
there.
like
And
the Petticoat Junction with the general store and Sam Drucker?
no,
It's not that bad. Okay.
That's a good thing.
no, oh yeah, but no, it was lovely, especially coming from LA. And it was, in the middle of all craziness. It was a breath of fresh air to be out there.
Oh wow, that's amazing. So, Jennifer, when we watch this, because I'm definitely gonna, I already have it set to watch. What is the one thing that you hope that when the audience watches this, what is the one thing that you hope they take away from it?
Hope. I want them to watch it and go, no matter what's going on, I can ask God, and there's help, and there's hope. Uh, even I just hope they get a different perspective. So sometimes, like, okay, you're late, you can't find your keys, and you're going crazy out the door, and you're okay. Even this today, us getting on, like it took a long time, and it didn't go as planned. So I have to think of, well, you know what? Maybe I wasn't supposed to go to the next place where I'm going for some reason. Maybe God was intervening. So I just think it can give you a different perspective on that.
Oh wow, that's
And see, and you
interesting.
filmed it in Arkansas, near where a boy from Hope grew up. So that kind of makes sense. Bill Clinton, boy from Hope.
Oh my God, that's too funny. Oh boy. So you have such an impressive resume of stuff you did. I was looking at it and it's just amazing. You know, give us something that you happened on a set that was like give us a couple of stories for our men and women out there who are in forward areas, not so much the men and women who are stationed in the United States, which we hope all are safe and all come home soon. But mostly, usually my co-host is General Martinez, but he was unavailable to be with us tonight. Um, and I just wanted to, on his behalf, convey something to you, Jennifer. Um, like I said, and Dave could attest to this. Dave was an alumnus of Fort Ord, and sometimes these men and women, they're in places where the bottom can drop out at any minute. You know what I'm saying? And and they work 18-hour days for that half hour, an hour that they get downtime and where they can listen to some music or watch Two and a Half Men, and for that little bit of time where they can feel like they're home again. On behalf of them, I want to thank you and all the actors and actresses for the entertainment value that they provide. As much as they love to be thanked for their service, it's important that you know that how much you keep them knowing that, hey, we're still here, we still pray for you to get home, and that the little bit of time that they get to see you on screen it brings them home, for even if it's for a short time.
Well, anything that I can do or that anybody can, because my dad's a Vietnam veteran. My son's best friend, he's in Marine basic training right now. We
Oh,
haven't
wow.
seen him for, we'll get to see him in a couple more weeks when he graduates. So no, I need to thank them for their service. Thank you guys for your service, because, you're holding the line.
And Dave, you could attest to that. I mean, I don't know how I never really got into how far. Did you ever travel outside the U.S. or?
Yeah. So, the one thing, like, I'm not sure if you've done any USO work or not, but if you ever get a chance, please do, because when you get to go visit those people that are stationed somewhere else, and it means a lot when they have somebody coming in, but more so when they don't show up, then you have to. When we were in the Middle East way back when our entertainment got canceled, and we had to put on our own show for ourselves just to cheer ourselves up. It was crazy. It was a lot of fun.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
sure it was.
Yeah.
So Jennifer, if you could share a couple of stories with us, something funny on set or something, just to anything. I don't want to put you on the spot. Whatever you feel comfortable with talking about.
Now go.
Go. Okay. Oh man. On set, I have to try and think of. I'm really good at flushing things.
Okay.
Once it's done, it's gone. But let me try and think of. Give me a show. Help me out here, because then I can
2.5 Men.
see on set.
I'll make it easy for you. What was what was your first day on set like? How nervous were you?
Well, on 2.5 Men, my first day was the pilot. So everybody was a little, because I played a few different characters. So I was pregnant with my son when I was on set.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it actually turned out that I was pregnant. Marin, who played Judith, she was also pregnant, and one of the producers, she was pregnant at the same time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so first day on set is the table read. And for me, table reads are scary on sitcoms, just because everybody's watching you. And I got fired from a sitcom table read once. So
Wow.
I was a little,
Really?
yeah, because I just came in, just no makeup. I already had the job. I was just
Wow.
me.
You got a
and
little
my character,
cocky there, that Hoboken attitude.
No, not cocky. I was just my regular part, but then regular me. But the part, she was, just like more upscale, and all the suits around. They were like, no, she's gone. So,
Wow.
so I'm always a little weary on table reads.
Now,
Well, I'd rather be safe now. It's a good way to, like, when you're thinking about it, it's like, well, dress for the job you want. Even though I'm just showing up my first day, sort of.
Yep.
That's true. That's true. What but were you meant to be a recurring character, or the likability was so much that they brought you back?
Well, I had done a pilot with Chuck Lorre before 2.5 Men, and it didn't go. I think it was going to be, I forget what network it was going to be for. And then they had 2.5 Men, and so they gave me a small part in the pilot where I was in the grocery store, and they said, "Oh, we'll have you back." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then a couple seasons later, they had me back as like an ex-girlfriend. And then another couple seasons later, they needed to replace somebody on show night. So they called me and said, okay, so now I was the first date. And then the Chelsea character came along, and I went in for a producer session. It was me and another actress. And I remember my daughter was only a few months old, so I had a friend waiting in the lobby with her when I went into audition. And usually you don't know right then and there, but they asked me to stay. Casting said, okay, you got it. But I didn't know that it was going to be more than an episode or two.
Wow, that's amazing. I like that. I tell you what, I can watch them over and over again, and it's still funny. So between us three here, everybody else, close your ears. Who's funnier off camera, Charlie or John?
I want to say off camera, John. I think he's just naturally funny. I mean, Charlie's really funny, but I think he's more of seems more serious. Not serious, but like yeah, more serious than John.
That's cool. That's cool.
John
Dave?
just seems a lot more quirky. Like he would be more quirky in real life. Whereas Charlie,
Yeah.
he's probably the type of guy that gets in his own tangent. It's like, and it's going to be a little crazy, and everybody's going to have a little fun. But hey, it's Charlie, so it's all right.
No, he was very chill. Like,
Really?
yeah, very grounded.
So very Ferris Bueller of him.
Very smart. Yeah, definitely.
That's so great. Oh my God. Just a reminder, we're speaking with Jennifer Taylor. She's got a new mini series coming out. Hopefully, it'll turn into it'll run longer than Law and Order. It's called Saved by Grace, and it's going to stream exclusively on PureFlix. And I think the debut is November 6th. I encourage everybody, please check it out. Show your love, and definitely check out this series. I know you're going to get hooked. I just
Let's
watched
get it into syndication.
but right now we're gonna put up the trailer. So we're gonna give you a little taste of what you're in for. So this is gonna be Saved by Grace.
Why don't you go see Mom anymore? You're the reason she's in the hospital.
There's nothing I can do.
You raised my rent. I need to speak to someone about this.
I'm sorry, it was a
The
mistake.
mistake was you choosing to walk out on us.
I just wish I could take away all their pain. I didn't sign on for this.
You do what I tell you to do.
The Lord will let us know when it's time.
Let's get to work.
Do I know you? I'm Grace.
I'm new in town.
What are you, some hippie therapist that's trying to save the world?
Close. I'm an angel.
Yeah, you'd have to be to ride with him.
What are you looking at, honey?
I think she can see us. We have a new assignment.
My father opened this place 40 years ago, and now I might have to close it because of you.
You work in a dance club. How can God love you?
I'm here to help you.
You know, I don't see your name on my... Oh, there it is.
You stopped going to see Mom when she needed you most. You don't love her. We know how to forgive others because of the forgiveness we received ourselves.
I'd like to see him.
I would have liked for him to have a father.
He has a father.
He doesn't.
And that's what he does best. People back together no matter what they've gone through.
There's nothing like a father's love.
Yeah, you like
I can't
I
wait
love
to hear
the
that.
trailer. It like gives me goosebumps watching it.
it is such a tease, and I want to like what you know. And it's funny when you go up to the window and the guy's got the gun, and you're like, "Hi, it's me, Chelsea." But it's I mean, you have such a natural presence in this. It seems like it must have been fun to do. Who is I'm not familiar with him. Your co-star in this.
Cameron Arnett. He plays Jeremiah. So we're the two angels in it, and he's wonderful. Just a great actor, and we hit it off right away. We didn't even know that we each was cast in it. Like I didn't know who he was. He didn't know who I was, and we were at the same hotel and down in the gym. And so I'm like kind of eyeing him. I'm like, that's who I would picture in from reading the script, and didn't say anything. And then so I work out with an iPod, like first generation iPod with wires, and he was on the treadmill with a CD player, and I was like,
wow.
We're
Talk
old
about
school.
anti-technology.
Well, not anti, just if it's
Not ready
broke,
yet.
Antiquated.
Well, it's not broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. I mean, I still don't. I tried the wireless thing. I couldn't do it.
No.
I need the wires.
Yeah, me too.
But that's so funny. Was this by design, that like the whole decision to tell certain people you were an angel or not?
Yeah, so I guess he decides who needs to know. So in one of the episodes, I I explain to her what's going on I tell her right off the bat that I'm an angel, and she's like, yeah, okay, I don't think so. And I'm like, well, I am. You need to know. Some people need to know. And then others we didn't tell, but they kind of guessed. What else? I'm trying to think if there's anybody who ended up not knowing that there was an angel involved. I think everybody ends up kind of knowing that there was something special that happened.
All
Does a
right,
bell
very-
ring?
No bells,
No bells, no wings.
no wings.
Well, you definitely earned your wings from this show, and like I said, I encourage everybody. November 6th, it's going to stream exclusively on PureFlix. If you're not signed up for PureFlix, I definitely recommend it, because not only do they have Saved by Grace, but there's so many other great shows on there. So I encourage everybody to check it out. So Jen, for the young women and men who are coming up and they want to follow in your footsteps, well, what advice would you give them?
I'll give them the same advice that I give everybody who decides they want to be an actor. Do something else. And I qualify that with, unless you really, really love it, like it's written on your soul that this is what you want to do something else. Because it's not easy. It's not an easy life. Especially if you're a blue collar actor like me. It's not easy. And that's what sometimes I'll teach classes, and that's the first thing I say. I'm like, find something else. But if you're stubborn like me and you still want to do it, okay, then I'll tell you how.
Right. So, had you not gotten the call for 2.5 Men, what do you think you'd be doing?
I don't know. That's a good question. I hadn't got that far yet. My plan was we would move back and I would teach. And I hadn't gotten to am I going to teach acting, or am I going to teach middle school? I don't know.
Well, you seem very natural in the trailer. Like when you were teaching, it seemed very natural. And I'm not even, I mean, that's a testament to your acting ability, but you just look like one of those natural educators.
Yes, I definitely, there was for a while, one of the jobs I had out here is I used to teach mad science. So I would go to all the schools and I would do either after school programs or things in the classroom with them. And I was teaching them, and it was fun. It was different science stuff, but yeah, I'm good. I'm good with kids.
Okay, so you were like a female version of Bill Nye.
Yeah, pretty much. I was Jupiter Jen.
Nice.
Dave, you have anything you want to ask?
So what would be the first advice that you would give to somebody that was looking to do this after they said, yeah, I'm a little crazy, I'm going to stick with this?
Well, I would first have them just, if you're in school, do plays. Like if you're young, do theater. Just get experience doing stuff and get counsel. Talk to people that are in the business who know what to do. And okay, then you're going to enter the business. Just find people you can trust and don't compromise yourself ever.
Yeah, well, Dave's son is
that's
very
good life
accomplished
advice for
actor.
anybody, though.
Yeah, Dave's son is actually pursuing acting, and he's doing very well. Didn't he just complete a 2-year?
Yeah, 2-year conservatory. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So now he's trying to be the grown up going out into the world, and he's learning it's not as easy.
No, it's not. One thing that he may find a little bit easier is that you can almost now do it from anywhere.
True.
Because of lockdowns, now everything is auditions are still online. People send them in, so you literally could be anywhere and do it.
Yeah, getting all the self tapes done and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They made it easier.
What was it? How hard was it for you to weather the storm of COVID? What did you do I know you had your family there, but what did you do to you know.
I got the kids and we jumped in the car and we did a cross-country road trip.
Nice.
Okay. Well, did you go back to Hoboken, Fiore's Deli?
No, I went down to Florida.
Florida,
That
you went
makes
to
more
Hurricane.
sense.
You went to. Let's flee the pandemic and go to Hurricane Alley.
Well,
I
it was
grew up down
pre-hurricane
there.
season.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in Florida. We had hurricanes. I was there for Andrew. Hurricanes, like, it's not saying you get excited about a hurricane, but when a hurricane is coming, everybody's a lot nicer to each other. Everybody helps each other, put
Makes
their
sense.
stuff. You know, you go get some food and some water, and you hunker down.
That's it. Well, that's amazing. And I'll tell you what, Jennifer, I had such a pleasure talking to you, and I just want to let you know that you have an open door. Anytime you want to promote anything, you know that you can we'll definitely love to have you back on. Anything else you want to plug? I know you have more than one project going, but feel free to be shamelessly plugging away there.
Well, I'll be shameless until one more thing is tomorrow on Hulu. I have a Christmas movie that starts airing called Christmas on Repeat.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Give us a
Yeah,
quick.
it's kind of like
yeah.
Groundhog's Day with Christmas. Like I make a wish and Christmas is repeating over and over again until I get it right.
Ooh, I like that.
I like it.
Yeah, it's fun.
My girlfriend's a big Christmas person, so I'm going to make sure we watch that because maybe even she'll get sick of it.
Oh, my fiance is a big fan of yours. She loves watching. We watch 2.5 Men all the time, and then I'm gonna make sure that we watch Saved by Grace. And then my girlfriend is a fiance is a Hulu junkie.
Oh, good. Well, then just I plug it in, type it in. I don't know how it works.
Oh, we're
and-
definitely gonna check that
Type it
out.
in.
But Jennifer, before we let you go, because I know we took up a lot of time, I apologize we ran long, but we were just enjoying talking to you so much. Would you do a station ID for us before you head out?
Yeah, tell me what the station.
Very simple. You're just going to introduce yourself and say you're listening to Animal House Radio.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Taylor, and you're listening to Animal House Radio.
Look at that. See, Dave, I told you, one take.
I told you, one take. The Sinatra way. Way to go, Hoboken.
Yeah, well, we got
Yes.
to start a petition. Starting tomorrow, it's going to be the birthplace of baseball, Frank Sinatra, and Jennifer Taylor. So we're going
Amen.
to change that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work out so well for you, but
Oh, I know
go
a guy.
for it.
I know a guy. Jennifer, thanks so much. God bless. Continued health and success. And please tell your hubby I'm going to send him a fruit basket for getting this video up and running today.
I will. He is a much more patient person than I am.
He's got the patience of a saint, right?
Yeah, he's married to me. He has to have a lot of patience.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I know you Hoboken women used to have that attitude deep down, at that Jersey girl attitude, right? It never leaves you, right?
No, never.
You can take the girl out of Jersey.
I hear you. Jennifer, thanks so much. God bless. And Dave, thank you so much for being my wingman today.
You
And
got
as
it, Carlos.
always, I want to thank everybody for listening, and make sure you check out Saved by Grace, Pure Flix, November 6th. If you don't, I'm going to come to your house and make you watch it.
Nice.
Thank you so much. And we'll see you all coming up to next week, next Friday, Veterans Day. Ralph Macchio will be live here on Animal House Radio.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes. The Cobra Kai King, he's got a new book out called Waxing On. And so we're going to have him on there. But Jennifer, God bless. Thank you so much. And we'll see you all next week. Dave, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.